Good morning. It's very seldom I post videos of the sheep. It's a very small part of my business. I would like to scale it a bit, but yeah, it's not high on the importance list at the moment. I've had this flock for almost 2 years now. It's not really growing by very much. We have had a lot of male lamb though, so at least keeping wages costs down a bit. Yeah, they're here today grazing a cover crop at night. They are penned up in the bananas, a bit like where I'm feedlotting the cattle. They just have a rail which clips together as a pen, and because there's only a few of them, they just sleep there. They're on the cover crop which I sowed a while back, and I intend to grow bananas here, planting in October. So hopefully by then I would harvest some seed from this cover crop, possibly. That's not a major importance, that the bananas will be number one. Yeah, this cover crop, I sowed it quite thickly because we were just using broadcasting with a fertilizer spreader and very rough disking. This was a lower part of my field where I had what do you call it? I had lucerne and chicory last year, and I did a little bit of feedlotting with some cull cows through the winter because the lucerne and chicory were getting irrigated, so I had to get something back for that expense. Yeah, so we've sowed this cover crop. It's quite a variety of stuff. A few things didn't come up, like I had found a bag of buckwheat. I was really excited about buckwheat because that grows so fast and makes phosphorus available, which would have really benefited the bananas. But anyway, I don't see any of it at all, so the seed must have expired. It had sat around for a few years, sadly. I imported a few seeds from South Africa, some interesting stuff which I've never grown before, like the vetch. The vetch is this little seed over here, and field peas or forage peas are these. So it looks very similar to a garden pea. Be interesting to see how they do. There's quite a bit of the lucerne and chicory which is coming up still. You can see that is the chicory. Lucerne is around. I see a few of the clovers. I bought, I think, two different types of clover, red and white, and threw them in the mix. They've struggled. My watering hasn't been like perfect. I've watered when I can. I'm trying to see. So that looks like a clover over there. I also had, I think, forage oats and forage barley in the mix, but I also put normal grain barley and grain wheat from the farm, so I can't tell which is which yet. I'm not that clever, but they are all growing. There's a bit of Rhodes grass coming back up, I see. Not too worried about that. The more stuff the better. And then I had, I think it was only 1 kg of brown mustard and 1 kg of white mustard or yellow mustard. I can't remember what they're called, but those have come up really well, which is surprising because across at the other farm we've tried a few times and it's not really germinated and come up well, but in this mix it seems to be doing great. So especially where I am down here, it's sown very thick. And yeah, with a camera you sort of pick out spots that look a bit bare, but these will grow. This is still very early, and these plants, it's gonna become one green forest here. So yeah, very happy with that. I have put a bit of fertilizer on. I had it in the storeroom, and bananas, we don't fertilize at this time of year, rather than it maybe going missing. I put it onto the cover crop, and hopefully it'll come back to me when I do plant the bananas. What else? I'll probably put on one more top dressing of, I have MOP, muriate of potash. And then put it on here. These sheep are very low input so far. I don't think we have done much to them. Maybe we've dosed them once in the 2 years, but we don't dip them. They've mostly just been in the bush. This is very luxurious for them. Like I say, I'm not so worried about them grazing here because it's a very thick cover crop. I want them to actually knock down the cover crop a bit. The only thing I was concerned about is if they're leaving all the mustard and eating all the nice things that I've imported, then I would get a bit worried. But I think they're generally getting a very varied bite. They're just walking and eating whatever. They're not hunting out certain species of plants, I don't think. So anyway, for now it's fine. And then you see that in the bananas up behind them, I've got nice cover crops of Rhodes grass, chicory and lucerne in there, and I want them to be more controlled through there. I would like to try and grow the flock, as I've said, to make it more important, so that I really look after it. But the thing is, expanding bananas very rapidly. Cattle, I've been selling quite a few, so the numbers are down. They need to expand, but I think I've got enough for a workable herd at the moment. And then pigs, I probably don't want to get more pigs, but I just want to do them better, and have more of a system where they are increase the inputs a bit for them. So anyway, that's the sheep flock, a bit of the cover crop. We're going to plant this into bananas in October. We're June now, so we've only got July, August and September, 90 days of growth, and then we need to start preparing for the bananas. Whatever state the cover crop's in, it'll be prepared at that point. So thanks for watching today, and thanks for all the support. Remember to always comment, like and share, please. It always helps me. And also, if you comment and ask me to do things, then at least I know it gives me topics to cover or questions to answer. Thanks a lot, Cheers.